Hey guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to Morning Joe with me, Jim. Joe's back there somewhere, but also back there is Back to the Future. I'm up in corporate today with some corporate meetings yesterday and today, meeting with the head of the corporation, some motivational stuff, some things looking forward, and also just meeting with some other branch partners and some loan officers. And it's been great. Really, really good. But the theme, as you can imagine, is Back to the Future. I think that theme came before rates went up and we were back to future rates. But I did want to take advantage of that and talk about, if you're buying a home right now, what's it look like to go back to the future, you having owned that home for some time, right? And let's look at some numbers. It's fairly amazing, even today, with numbers where they are. And again, today it's so much easier than it was a year ago to buy a home and actually get it under contract and ask the seller to pay closing costs, right? But here, I ran into this scenario that's typical of what I'm seeing. You can buy a home for much less or much lower, right? But I put a $450,000 purchase price with just 10% down. Again, you can do 0 or 3% down or 3.5% down. But for my purposes, I just put that. And I said, you're paying closing costs. Well, let's look at that if you own this home, not today, but back in the future, I think, and go out 9 years. And you own the home for 9 years. You buy in Dorchester County, not Charleston or whatever, not whatever county you're looking in, but I just put Dorchester. And I did that for a reason, because Dorchester tends to have the lowest appreciation rates of the Tri-County area. But it still looks pretty amazing, right? So again, 450 purchase, 10% down in my scenario, and based on forecast appreciation of just over 3% or historical of little more than 3%, here's what it looks like. Your net worth has grown because you're paying down the mortgage and the home is appreciating at 3% per year on average, right? You've gained somewhere between $130,000 and $150,000 of net worth by owning as opposed to renting today, right? You go back to the future 9 years and you look back and you're like, I'm $150,000 richer just because I had a roof over my head. Makes sense. Now, what is that return on investment though? If you're into the stock market right now, well, the stock market's tough right now. But if you're picking stocks and jumping in, you want a good return on your investment. Well, look at this return. You're in the home for 9 years. You return somewhere between 325 and almost 300% return on investment on 10% down payment. And if it's just 7 years, you can see there as well, 219%, 250 almost. It's huge. So the main thing about owning a home is having a place to call your own, right? But there's also the number effects, right? So I recommend, this market it can be better to buy a home. Yeah, rates are a little higher, but they're going to come back down. So all you need are the numbers to be right? Get up to exactly 88 miles per hour. Well, maybe a 688 credit score. And then pull the trigger and be ready to buy with, again, 3% down, 3.5%, 5%, whatever you can do to get into that home. And you'll be amazed at the numbers as we go forward. So hope that helps. I am going back. I will be back in the office tomorrow morning, heading back this afternoon. But if I can help with a pre-approval today, we can get started today. I can send you a link, get started, and we can then go do a Zoom meeting tomorrow and talk about the pre-approval and the process, the options you qualify for and the process. Hope that helps. Have an awesome day, and see you back in the future.